So I've been asked quite a bit about all of my tools that I use for building these boiler systems here. So I actually just want to highlight the three main tools, kind of just cover Milwaukee tools that I use. I do have a bunch of Makita tools, but this video is just going to cover these three main Milwaukee tools that I use on every single build to make my life easier. So I am not sponsored by them by any means. The reason I have Milwaukee in these tools is because at the time, for example, this is a threaded rod cutter. Makita offered one, but it was far more expensive, so I chose the Milwaukee. This tool was actually given to me for free by one of my suppliers. They wanted me to sort of try it out. And then because I loved it so much, I actually went and bought the bigger version that'll do up to 2-inch pipe. So between, I'll kind of just cover some of the details about all these. I'll also have links to all three of these that you could purchase if you want to help out my channel and support. I do get a small percentage of if you click the link. It's no more additional cost to you, but it does help me out a little bit if you buy one of these using the link. So really appreciate that if you guys do. So what this is Milwaukee's threaded rod cutter. So I use all of these ceiling plates and split ring clamps for all of my copper pipe. So I used to use just a hacksaw or a grinder, but what you're left with is every time is a sort of like a burr on the end. So when you're trying to put the nut on, you know, you end up, I'll show you right here. So usually you'd get a file out and do this or grind it, and it's way too time consuming for the amount of these that I have to sort of make and put together. So I went ahead and purchased this. Now it works wonders. So it has a set of dies that are specific to this threaded rod. So this is 3/8. They do make different dies for different sizes. You actually, it's already right on here. You actually just take out the die and rotate it, and you can have different sizes. However, 3/8 is going to be your most common. So yeah, I mean, you basically just mark where you need it, set it right in here. There's actually threads that match the thread rate of this, so it'll lock right in there. Give it a squeeze, and you can see it just chops it right off. Super, super clean. Just take your nut and put it right on there. No issues whatsoever. So instead of fighting it, this tool was well worth the purchase. So I guess I'll move on to the pipe cutter. So these are both pipe cutters that I use. Again, I used to do everything by hand, just manually. Some may argue that they don't want to use these for whatever purpose. I find them amazing. They help tremendously with my build. So of course this one will do up to 1 inch, and you can see I'll just take a little scrap piece of pipe here. Basically how it works is you put this switch in reverse, get it to the point where you can see if you rotate it, that's how you cut it. But if you switch the switch, this will get it back to the point where you could put the pipe in there. And what's nice is if you make a mark on the pipe, you could look right down into this window they have cut out here and look exactly where your mark is. So go ahead and just pull the trigger. And just like that, cuts the pipe. Sometimes it goes a little quicker than that. Actually, this is soft pipe, so believe it or not, it cuts a little slower because it's so soft. But you can change out these the cutter if needed. But this thing, I've actually never done that. I just keep using it, and it's worked great. And I've done a ton of cuts with this. So as you can see, we also have the bigger version, pretty hefty, but this one actually has a push button as opposed to a lever to get it into forward or reverse. But you just put it in reverse like that to reset it. Again, mark your pipe, look down into the viewport right there, line it up to your mark, press this button again, and go. Basically just click the button and go for it. And just like that, cuts. So like I said, I mean, using these on these builds has saved me so much time as opposed to manually doing it. You know, I do end up taking a deburring tool, but there's no difference between using that or the manual. I still have to go in there and deburr it and whatnot. So hope you guys like this short little video. Like I said, if you guys purchase any of these with the links, it does help me out. Not a ton, but every little bit helps, trying to support the channel and keep bringing you guys content like this. So if you haven't checked out the other videos or if you're not familiar with what I do, I pre-build boilers. I also do designs for boiler systems and heating systems. So yeah, give this video a thumbs up. Purchase the items from me if you're able to. And I guess with that said, we'll see you guys on the next one.